Welcome everyone to the What's Left podcast. I'm Johnny with Jake and Brad. We are the punk rock garage band, a podcast adding our voice to resistance as loudly as we can here on the Derealization Nation Media Network. We got a little Sunday Fun Day show for you today. Gonna get on some lighter topics. Um, no, we're not. We're just gonna do what we always do. I do have some good news though to start us off with. There are 22 progressive congresspeople who have proposed a bill to halt aid to Israel, and anti uh, Palestinian groups and pro Israel lobbies are pissed, and that's always fun. The legislation would prohibit the administration from transferring or selling a series of arms to Israel, including several types of bombs guidance kits, tanks, artillery ammunition, without the passage of distinct law from Congress authorizing the individual transfer. The bill would require Congress in those authorizations to identify the specific purpose or purposes for which such articles or services may be used for. And Israel would have to provide written assurances satisfactory to the president that the weapons would be used in accordance with those specified purposes, as well as in line with existing U.S. arms sales law. Something they're already supposed to be doing, but putting it into law. So that's pretty cool.
Speaking of being anti-Israel, there was an MMA fight this weekend, and it was an Irish fighter versus a former Israeli soldier. And as this Irish fighter is beating the shit out of him,
This
he's
shit.
yelling "Free Palestine" the whole time. He's just beating the shit out of this man and yelling "Free Palestine" as he's doing it.
Yeah. Well, I believe he wore a Palestinian flag after his victory as well. The new vice chair of the DNC, Malcolm Kenyatta, shared a post, all caps, that said "Happy Pride Month, all of you scum." Basically, it was a nice little play, a little dig at Trump, and pretty good. So I liked it, and I will put it on the screen later, perhaps, or I'll cut all of this and we won't use any of it. Um, anyway, Happy Pride Month.
Sesame Sesame Street did a really good tweet too. They did the characters and it was in rainbow order of them holding hands, and it said "Happy Pride Month. We're all welcome on the street."
Oh, that's cute.
It's really really cute.
That's cute. Yeah. Happy
This year will
Pride.
be a good year to see who was only doing it to pander and who was doing it because they actually believed in it.
Hell yeah.
And this
Mask
year it's
off.
very obvious, very obvious.
For sure.
Jake, did you do anything today, or you have anything planned this?
My so I did something last night. I went to a little like party to welcome in Pride Month. I didn't go march today because I literally drove down to Pittsburgh the day before and I didn't plan it well. But I literally have every weekend I am doing some type of Pride event,
Nice. Nice.
mostly local too.
Good.
hmm
I know I will be definitely spending Saturday the 14th doing it's going to be the largest protest against the Trump administration so far. There's so much more planned protests than even the first hands off protest. So it's going to be huge. On top of that, a further distraction from the military parade. I don't know if you guys heard of this, but the Pope actually decided to have his first mass in the United States of America, on the exact same day. So millions of people will be attending that as well. So I guess it's going to be like Trump and all 20 of the MAGAs just hanging out together, tearing up the streets of DC with tanks.
Huge. The crowds are going to be huge.
Huge. God, he's going to be so pissed that literally every the crowd, the crowd in Stowe, Ohio, will be bigger than the crowd for the military parade. So that'll be fun.
Oh, he's going to see a lot of people down there. However, they will be in protest of the military parade.
And then the sixth is National Pride, or International Pride.
International.
Friday the 6th.
World Pride Day. This is Friday the 6th. If you're in DC, check out the Free Andre show. I believe it's like $80 a ticket. All the proceeds go to helping gay hairdresser Andre Rivero, who was disappeared to CCOT, along with all of the others who were disappeared there. It's for their defense fund to raise awareness and money for them. So if you're there in DC, check it out, please. Old Elon Musk. I'm sorry, guys. we're gonna have to talk about him today.
It's been a minute.
It has. He's still around. He's still got his fingers in everything. Um, he gave an interview to CBS Mornings. And here's what our free speech champion. Here's how it started for him.
I noticed that all of your businesses involve a lot of components, a lot of parts. Do the tariffs and the trade wars affect any of this?
You know, tariffs always affect things a little bit.
Wondering what your thought is on the ban on foreign students, the proposal. I mean, you were one of those kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to stick to, the subject of the day, which is like spaceships, as opposed to, presidential policy.
Oh, okay. I was told anything's good, but
No, well, no.
Well said. No, well, no. Actually, no. Everything is not good. Everything is not great. So, yeah, free speech champion Elon Musk, in the interview. And so, what I want to mention to tie in the last episode is that that interview is on the heels of Elon Musk and his XAI opening a project in a small Memphis town that is predominantly black and very, very poor. And they have opened up their XAI plant. It was supposed to be a big boon for the economy there. But of course, they opened it there because it is a mega polluter. And there is a thick smog hanging over the entire city now from the methane plants. And yeah, so that's part of what he's not wanting to talk about in this interview. But yeah, so mega pollution, AI, Elon Musk, it's got all the elements of this story. It's just this is, if you want to know what's wrong, this is it. And if you're a Democratic politician, you can't hit this fucking slow pitch, this fucking soft toss, and then fucking put down the bat and goddamn retire, right?
Right.
I mean,
It seems so easy.
it's so
Like,
easy.
buddy, just pick off the low hanging fruit. It's low hanging.
Pick anything, any of that. Climate change, small black community, huge pollution. I mean, this is like, have you not seen Aaron Brockovich? Like, just
Mm.
roll with it, man. That's what Elon was big mad about. But Elon was also mad because the GOP did not use his $5 off coupon that he collected with Doge for their tax bill. None of his major cuts were added to the bill, and he was pretty sad about that because I don't know if you guys knew this. 'Cause he could have fooled me with all the subsidies that he collects. That Elon Musk cares about the national debt. So this is Elon talking about.
So, I was like disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, like, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
God, comedy is back, fellas. Thank God.
Yeah. I think Doge is at currently like $9 billion total after all like the retractions of the savings that they found. Now, Doge has only saved roughly $9 billion, which is less than 1% of his promised $1 trillion. So great job, Elon. Way to go. Thanks.
Yep. And if you factor in operating cost, it's far less than that. I'm not sure how much of the $166 billion that they're over budget so far this year is a direct cause of Doge, but it's part of it. I want to play one more Elon clip. So they showed up in the White House with the president, and he is clearly rocked out of his mind. New York Times story comes out detailing his drug use from insiders. Brave reporting. Wait till his fucking approval rating drops below 15% before you drop that story. Way to go, New York Times, you know. But I guess better late than never. So we can add that to the list of no shit stories like Joe Biden is old and you know Israel's committing a genocide and all these things that like are should be obvious to people, but just somehow just don't seem to be. But the weird part, well, I guess it's all weird. But one of the weirdest parts is this black eye. So how did Elon get a black eye? Let's hear him tell it.
Well, I wanted to ask quickly, Mr. Musk, what is your eye okay? What happened to your eye? I noticed there's a bruise there.
Yeah, no, I was just messing around with little X, and I said, "Go ahead, punch me in the face," and he did. Turns out, even a 5-year-old punching you in the face actually does.
That was X that did?
Yeah.
X could do it. If you knew X, you
I
could
saw
do
his
it.
mom right now.
X did it. X gave it to him.
Yeah, Stephen Miller's soon-to-be ex-wife.
X gonna give it to you.
Yeah. There's no way. There's no way. And, bro, he is fucking bombed in this interview. Bombed. I've made that exact same face and also tried to tell people I was sober, and I was fucking lying. I was fucking lying, bro. That boy is fucked up. When they first asked him that question and he looks into the camera, like in that video, that man is wrecked. He is looking into the fucking void. He is not in that room.
No.
That was crazy. That boy is tore up.
Yep. He's literally going to have to come backwards to get to Mars now. Like that's how far out there he is.
Dude, he is tore up.
No doubt. I mean, there are a few things that we're actually qualified to comment on. The use, abuse, and hiding of drug abuse it's not one of those things. We're
Well versed in the matter.
highly qualified.
Well versed.
Yes, on these things you may trust us. Yeah, I mean, I've said it before. I said, go get some fucking help, dude. Like you're clearly not doing well.
Right. Yeah, but he is out there.
Yeah. So maybe he'll go to treatment. He'll have a change of heart and perspective, and he'll just give all of his money away.
That's what happens.
Yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Who cares? I got his black eye. Probably the Stephen Miller thing though. Stephen Miller's wife left him, or left. She left the federal government for a job at Space Link or something, and yeah. Now the rumors are because MAGA can't help but have rumors. They just love it. They can't just accept the story for being like they were all done with the allotted time at the government, so she got a free job with Elon Musk. No, not good enough. She's leaving him for Elon.
Right.
Like that's what's happening. And I mean, I'm here for it. Whatever. If that's what's going on. Maybe it is.
I love me some gossip, dude. If they were my friends, I would message my other friend and immediately start talking about this story, bro. I love a good gossip.
For sure. So that's cool. I mean, good for them. I mean, who knows? I mean, it could be true. It also was a report that him and Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, got in a shoving match, which is just really the sign of a healthy, well-functioning cabinet.
Obviously.
Yeah, getting a shoving match. I guess
I think
they're
you're
both-
giving him too much credit. I do think his 5-year-old son punched him in the face, and he did get credit. I don't think he asked him to punch him in the face. I think his ex just punched him in the face.
I could
And
see
I think
that.
he was like, "Oh, it's just a game." No, he was probably weird as shit, and he just punched him in the face.
That's true. His kids do have a tendency to absolutely despise him.
Yeah, so don't give him too much credit that he got it from an adult man, because I do think it was a 5-year-old.
Oh, well, Dad was in a K-hole again, and X had to punch him out of it.
Had to wake him up off the floor.
Yeah.
Literally there for hours. He skipped breakfast, skipped
Yeah.
lunch, and he just finally started
He had to
wailing.
eat- yeah, X had to eat cereal instead of salmon and bagels for breakfast.
That kid is like attended to by several servants.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure. So yeah, you could be right. I actually kind of liked the idea when he said it, like thinking about like little
Mhm.
5-year-old just knocking him the fuck out. It is a rather small black eye.
That's what I mean, and it's right here.
Yeah, but I mean also Stephen Miller is a very slight person as well. Like I don't imagine like taking a hit from Stephen Miller would be kind of like I don't know, like he's got like the build of Barney Fife. You know,
Yeah, but like the bruise is like this big.
that's for
That's
the
a little
kids.
fist. That's a little fist.
It is a tie. It
There'd be
does
a
look like
couple more
tiny thing.
knuckles. If it was an adult man, it'd be a couple more knuckles to it. There is like that
This
much.
the screechy little adult man that we're talking about. Also, Scott Bessent does. He's got an excellent posture, but I just don't think the man. I'm not sure he's very well versed in throwing a punch. But so I mean, I think that all three of them are pretty good suspects. Pretty good suspects. He also made a joke about or tried to make a joke about French President Emmanuel Macron's wife. You know, try to like tie it to that. It was the most cringy. I won't even play it. Like it's too. It was too much. It was not funny. It didn't land. Somebody had to explain
I
it.
kind of want to see it. I love when it does not land. Those are sometimes my favorite.
I,
Oh, dude, secondhand embarrassment. Yeah.
Yes, so good.
Yeah, secondhand
all right.
embarrassment.
Full disclosure, I couldn't find it.
All right, fair enough.
I love especially someone you don't like and you see them crashing and burning. It is the
So
best ever.
it's so awkward, and then like a reporter explains it out loud, which just makes it so much worse.
So I got secondhand, just a complete unrelated. Yesterday, the boy had a soccer game, right?
Yeah.
And the ref was letting him play. He was letting him play soccer. Okay, it was getting a little chippy. Well, the one kid from the other team just flat out pushed one of our boys to him, pushed him down from behind. Boop. Well, the kid's mom is sitting next to us, bro. She stands up immediately and goes, "What the fuck?" Loud, bro, like loud, to the point that the coaches from Eli's team were like, "Hey, parents, cut that shit out." Like they're like, "Hey, parents, please stop," you know? And I felt secondhand embarrassment because, like, damn, my wife will get loud at a game. She's never gonna swear like that. She's never gonna do that. And my wife is rowdy about her son playing soccer,
Yeah.
but she's never gonna start fucking up and down the soccer field. I felt terrible. I was like, oh, please don't think that I'm associated with her. We just are in the same vicinity. Like, I don't. We haven't even spoken. We're just. It just so happens. I'm like, what is happening? It did get really chippy though. The official was not really calling much of anything. It got chippy.
I mean, it's playoffs. You know, he's watching that playoff basketball. He's like, you know,
You
he
gotta let the boys play.
gotta let him play. He sees that Pascal Siakam basketball, and he's like, you know what? Let him get physical. Let him get rowdy.
Dude, if these refs let them play the finals like this, and SGA doesn't get all these fucking ridiculous foul calls, the Pacers might sweep them.
Yeah, I mean, nobody's caught a foul on him yet, so
Yeah, that's what I mean. SGA makes a lot of money at the free throw line,
it does.
and if they don't get the
Like
fouls,
any
it's
great
different.
player does. You can't
Mm-hmm.
not do it at the free throw line.
Yeah, you can't let him get to the line, or he's killing you, and he's drawing a lot of contact.
Yeah, I was very proud of my nephew yesterday. He sat down and watched the game with us, and every time somebody would dunk, he'd go, "Wow!" You love that.
That's awesome.
You love that.
Wow.
He's enamored. Um,
All
no,
right, sorry, we got off topic.
no, it's all right. Yeah. It's happening. Jake fell asleep, but we can shake
That was boring. They play basketball in Drag Race.
it. See, you managed
This
to
All-Star
back
season is really good.
Oh,
Got
it
some
all
new
come
kids.
back to full circle. We come back full circle.
So wait, when they played in Drag Race, are they playing in full costume?
No, it was a mini challenge, and they had to shoot free throws.
Nice. I was kind of hoping it was like they were like.
No, they do a lot of athletic stuff though, and they're full drag. They do. They perform.
That's why I kind of figured. I've seen clips and shit. I kind of figured like maybe that was part of it.
No, no quick drag this time.
Yeah. Notes for the show.
Can you imagine them just out there throwing alley oop dunks in full drag and like boom, like in full drag attire, just munching on 10-foot rims. Yeah,
That'd be sick.
They do jump off platforms to do splits. So
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. There's people out there on that show 1,000% capable of that.
that's my favorite. It's just
Yeah, I want to stick on this idea of the low hanging fruit for Democrats to be hitting and like why they aren't. Um, how about Joni Ernst? She's a senator from Iowa. She was holding a town hall, and when she was asked about Medicaid cuts, she tried to begin with the Republican talking point of all of the illegals are on Medicaid, which is an absolute fucking lie. Um, but then goes off the rails. We'll play the clip.
When you are arguing about illegals that are receiving Medicaid benefits, 1.4 million, 1.4, they are not eligible, so they will be coming off. So people are not, well, we all are going to die. So,
We're all going to die. That's good politics, right? That's
Do they not have like? I understand that Trump doesn't read the teleprompter, but like, are they really not coming in with like predetermined answers to everything?
Or like an
no.
earpiece, like
Nobody,
trying.
no, like yeah, just somebody in the ear be like, "Hey, don't
Mhm.
say everybody dies. Don't say everybody dies." It's just like everybody dies, dude. All she heard
Why
was
would
everybody
you
dies.
say that to her? What would be the odds of her saying something that's stupid?
What's the movie with Will Ferrell? Oh my gosh, and he's running for office.
The candidate or something like that.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, but it's like him, like that. It's like a joke because like his PR team would be like, "Hey, you can't do that," and then he just would do it.
Yeah,
And that's what it feels like these Republicans are doing. Like they're not even saving face; they're saying the quiet stuff out loud in front of their constituents.
and usually, like, so if you're a politician, and you misspeak, at a town hall, say like, you got to clean this up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
you'd clean it up and be like, what I said was, and what I meant was, well, here's what Joni said, and here's what she meant.
hello, everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to sincerely apologize for a statement that I made yesterday at my town hall. I was in the process of answering a question that had been asked by an audience member when a woman who was extremely distraught screamed out from the back corner of the auditorium, "People are going to die." And I made an incorrect assumption that everyone in the auditorium understood that, yes, we are all going to perish from this earth. So I apologize. And I'm really, really glad that I did not have to bring up the subject of the tooth fairy as well. But for those that would like to see eternal and everlasting life, I encourage you to embrace my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Whoa! God took so many turns I did not expect.
Me too, bro. Me too. Gosh.
Sorry, like you thought it was bad enough. Here she's walking. Okay,
He
first of all,
doubled down, triple down, and then quadruple down that shit.
she said, "You don't need Medicaid. You need fucking Jesus."
So
She literally.
when she said, "I want to sincerely apologize for thinking that everybody knew that all people would perish," I thought she was being sincere at first,
Me too.
and I was like crying, laughing, and then I realized that it was a bit, and that was even fucking funnier. Oh my god! And then she's like, "Didn't think I would need to mention the tooth fairy," but then it's like, actually, it's all in Christ.
Yes. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Oh my God.
That's good.
Oh my God. Jesus has got to be like just a shit. Like, I'm never coming back. Like, y'all are on here.
I kind of want to vote for her now. That was pretty fierce.
That's funny as fuck.
That's pretty good.
It was in Hacks, they were talking about like gay icons. Like, it doesn't matter that you're a terrible person. Like, most of the gay icons are terrible people.
I love the villains. We've been depicted as villains forever. We love the villain.
Well, that was villainous. Did you recognize the backdrop for this video?
the trees, every other Republican woman's backdrop. They're
What?
always walking through a park.
Was it not? I
What?
thought it was a golf course.
A golf course park? Maybe. Or maybe not.
Or
What?
Let's see if I can find a good spot where you can see them. There they are.
This cemetery? No. No.
Honestly, she's leaning into it at this point, right? You got to be leaning into what you said at this point, dude.
Hard on it.
I know.
Foot
Oh
on
my
the
Lord.
accelerator.
This is one of the best public apologies I've ever seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
The existence, dude.
Oh my
Fuck you.
Lord.
Fuck you and die. That's the GOP platform. So what's the Democratic platform?
Nothing at all, dude. We got nothing.
You should be I mean, if I was a congressperson, I'd be like, oh my God, we're gonna eat for decades on this. Like I would have this thing just playing nonstop on a loop outside my office.
Why aren't we just having fun? Isn't this the time to be like super loud and fun and like let's
This is
get
it.
everyone on our
Yeah.
side? Hello.
Yeah. Look, we are not in the governing majority. We get to be the disruptive
Yes.
bullshitters now. Like, go on,
Right.
do it.
That
Go
was so
on.
much fun. Why can't we be doing videos like that? Say something too far and then make a funny ass video apologizing for it.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Go ahead.
Go too far and then apologize, but don't apologize.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Or
You're
just
politicians. Don't you know how to do that?
well, what are you going to go too far on? You're going to like promise too much health care? Are you going to say like too
Actually
many
protect
children should eat?
Do we
Yeah.
actually care about children? Like, come on.
Like,
Yep.
what the fuck? God almighty. Like, it should not be difficult, man. When they're out here walking through the fucking graveyard, not apologizing for telling their constituents to get fucked and die.
Mm.
I think we could beat them if we spoke up. But we just leave these vacuums out there for everything. They're like, what's the right message? The right message is make some fucking noise.
Yeah.
Just pick
Take
one.
over the
anyone.
social media apps. I don't see a lot of creators on TikTok. Take over the social media apps.
Yeah, that's I still I see them trying. I still think that has a lot to do with the fact that
Because they're too
they're
old.
oh yes, that too, but they aren't as embedded as MAGA is, and they're not. These companies have control over those things, and currently the administration is not democratic. If we had a democratic president, you'd see more democratic senators and congresspeople. We do not. We have, especially on TikTok, they just got one man with the ability to open or close their existence. All he has to do is enforce the law that Congress passed, and TikTok goes away. He's chosen not to enforce it, so it's there. So TikTok lives in service of Donald Trump. I know, because all of our videos are subject to fucking review, and I can't say anything about anybody, but somebody can leave in my comments that Kiev should be flattened and Zelensky murdered. Real talk. But like, I can't tell that person that they're a dumb bitch. Like, because that's too far.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I see you see all these mag, and I don't even think that half of these influencers believe what they believe, but they get paid for it. So they say it and they inflame people, and that's what they do. So I don't even engage them because I ain't paying your fucking paycheck. I'm glad that some people do those Stitch videos and shit. That ain't never gonna be me, because I ain't getting those people paid. I ain't getting them more follows. I ain't getting them fucking no. I ain't elevating your stupidity. You can fucking live and die in the fucking dark. I do not give a fuck about you. You know, and I just don't. I don't even think those people have principle. I don't think they believe what they say. I think they just do it because it gets them paid. That's all. That's how I see
I
it.
think you're right. I think you're right.
Yeah. Because it's frustrating. You're like, you can't honestly be looking at the world and thinking that's the truth. And then I think to myself, they're not. They're not. They're just thinking, I'm going to get mine. I'm going to get people pissed off, and I'm going to get paid.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not all of them. I think some of them have some sincerely held beliefs. Why are you laughing, Jake?
You thinking of the apology video? It's so funny.
It's so good. It's so good. Everybody should be playing this all of the time.
So funny.
Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. They do not care about you. I don't know how
No.
explicitly they can tell you that they do not care about you. When will you believe them? That's the question. All right. That was that's good for the soul.
It's good. We can move on.
Yes, let's do that. Let's talk about that guy, very straight Todd Chrisley, since it's Pride Month. A very straight father of Savannah and the other ones. Um, she spoke at the Republican National Convention. She's been lobbying for her father and mother to get out of prison for a long time. She does TikToks now in MAGA hats.
Nice.
And as you might predict, because they are rich and white and willing to say nice things about Donald J. Trump,
And stayed in the closet.
and stayed where they belong, even on Pride Month, even after coming out of prison, even after his vacation in prison, he decided to keep his mouth shut. So, like a good boy, he gets his reward. Todd gets treat, and it took him approximately 24 hours to plug the return of his reality show. So just full of gratitude to be out. Wants to spend time with his family, but not for free. Gotta get paid for that shit.
Mm.
And yeah, so he got some traction. I want to bring this up. He got some traction because he talked about the black experience in prison and how they were not receiving the same, programming and all the things, and you know, I can't give him none of it. I can't give none of it to him. Fuck this dude, man. Yeah, obviously there's a problem. And like, how much money did you decide to give to this cause? How much of that stolen money that you no longer have to pay in restitution are you going to put up to it? Is that the last thing you're going to fucking say about it? He still maintains that he didn't do it, bruh. The evidence that you did it. Like it's like R. Kelly's defending himself. Like bro, there's like a goddamn videotape, dude. Like
I don't know how to hog God people.
right. Right. That's my grandbaby, always pissing on people. Like it's it's unbelievable. Just that. I mean, he's full MAGA. Like I didn't do nothing wrong, bro. You wrote millions and millions of dollars, and the problem isn't that they're not getting programmed. The problem is that they're there in the first fucking place, and they have to stay, and you get to go. That's the fucking problem. That's the fucking problem. You are the fucking problem.
Yes.
The point of the punitive measures of prison is to hope that they come to some self-awareness of the damage they've done to society,
Right.
that we have done to society, and come around to the idea that they should work to make that restitution to the same society. This man left before he even had a chance to recognize the fact that he did what he did. Fuck this dude. Nothing. He gets nothing. No credit at all for a fucking passing mention of the black men in prison, or African American men in prison, I believe is how he said it. And and then just to like squish on, the very next interview is like, well, don't forget to watch.
Mm. So he donated no money to the prison?
So far, no, nothing. As there's zero initiative or thought process, no foundation to scam money from, nothing.
Right.
No platitudes. I expect the foundation. That would be right on fucking. That would be right on cue. Yeah, watch for that one. Watch for the Chrisley Foundation. They love a white collar criminal loves a good foundation. Just ask our president.
But I have to pay my student loans, right?
Oh, absolutely. And your medical debt.
Right,
Or else.
right.
Or else.
Okay.
Yep. Can't go
So to
bankrupt
make
with
sure.
student debt. Just casinos and shit. If you had spent your money wisely and just bought a fucking casino, Jake, you wouldn't be in this situation. So
You're right.
it's kind of on you.
You're right.
It's kind of on you, dude.
Mm.
So, Chris, I had videos of his. I have a video of his. Nah, we're good.
How does no one come at him for being gay?
I'm sure that they do, but I don't think.
But it's like so obvious.
Yeah.
Like, is it not? Does his wife not know? Come on.
I think she's just comfortable with the business arrangement.
Yeah.
Okay. I guess.
That's how I imagine it. I was like kind of like Bill and Hillary. Like, I don't imagine they spend a lot of time in bed together. Just kind of in it for the business.
That poor man.
Well, I mean, both of them, they probably just deserve each other. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. I guess isn't that the rules though? Like you don't out other people, right?
He should have left his wife for Joe Exotic. Oh, what a twist that would have been. And then they both get pardoned.
Oh my God.
That would have been crazy.
Where's that show? He's gonna go right back to making boring videos of him and his fucking. Is his grandma dead or his mom or whatever?
I never watched it. I only saw the previews.
I used
to.
to
Go like this at the end.
Yeah, well, that's that every reality show about a family. Oh my God. Yeah. So, Todd Chrisley. I haven't heard from his wife yet. I don't know. Or maybe I just haven't paid that much attention. This one got shoved in my face. I had to mention it. So yeah, prison reform. We'll see. Anyway, speaking of reform, Trump, who is of course good friends with Diddy back in the day, floated the idea of possibly farting him. But don't let me put words in his mouth. Let me play you the entire rambling, bumbling clip. I have it here. Play that.
But back when you hosted The Apprentice, you mentioned once in 2012 that Diddy was a good friend of yours back then. He has since found himself in some very serious legal trouble.
Yeah, that's true.
Would you ever consider pardoning him?
Well, nobody's asked. You had to be the one to ask, Peter, but nobody's asked. But I know people are thinking about it. I know they're thinking about it. I think that people have been very close to asking. First of all, I'd look at what's happening, and I haven't been watching it too closely, although it's certainly getting a lot of coverage. I haven't seen him. I haven't spoken to him in years. He used to really like me a lot, but I think when I ran for politics, that relationship busted up.
Did he win politics?
I don't know. He didn't tell me that, but I'd read some little bit nasty statements in the paper all of a sudden. It's different. You become a much different person when you run for politics and you do what's right. I could do other things, and I'm sure he'd like me, and I'm sure other people would like me, but it wouldn't be as good for our country. As we said, our country's doing really well because of what we're doing. So it's not a popularity contest. So, I don't know. I would certainly look at the facts. If I think somebody was mistreated, whether they like me or don't like me, it wouldn't have any impact on me.
Oh, really? If they like me or don't like me, wouldn't have any. So, yeah. Wouldn't have any, but I mean, the January 6th rioters, they just got pardoned because they were good people, because a whole bunch of them got rearrested, including for child pornography. Seems to be the explicit purpose of this administration to take care of sex pests. The aforementioned Joni Ernst was a naval officer who was raped in the military and is a survivor and talks about it very openly, and was opposed to Pete Hegseth for, well, that. And she was convinced, let's say, to go along with it, and to vote Pete Hegseth in. And apparently, when she took that red pill, she took that red pill deeply. And it just seems like, man, like every conspiracy, and this thing is, these two like to hang out with the old Epstein boy, you know. These guys were all buddies and buddies. So when he says it's good for the country right now and things are going good for the country, I think, well, the way I read this is basically like if he keeps his mouth shut and doesn't bring up the fact that, I was around for most of this, then it'll be okay. I don't know. The MAGAs have turned. Some of the influencers on Twitter have begun to suspect that MAGA is the psyop. They finally figured it the fuck out, man. The fucking crazy ring of pedophiles was fucking MAGA the whole time.
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
And I would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Yeah, that dog and the meddling kids. Oh, man. Yep. So, yeah. You guys think, is he going to pardon Diddy?
No.
If he does, that's crazy. Like, that's actually insane.
Yeah.
There's no way he could. I mean, I guess
that's not just like tax evasion. That's like full on sex trafficking, raping, everything. That is crazy.
Bro, he brought Andrew Tate to the United States to protect him from sex trafficking charges. I don't know. I don't know. And that's crazy that I don't know, because you really should know. Like, it should be that unequivocal. Like, nah.
This shouldn't be a question.
Exactly. What? You'll consider it? Jesus. Mm-hmm. If they prove these things, which, I mean, it quite seems that they are, yeah, I can't imagine a scenario where that would be good. But he's leaving the door open because, I mean, obviously he can be bought. If you buy into the whole Epstein thing, they're all interconnected. There's that. I don't know how much of that I really buy into, but it's there, It does exist. I don't know. We'll see. He is definitely shameless, so. All right, I want to close with a little bit of talk about some more good Democrats. So, there is a young Gen Zer. Her first name is Kat. Her last name I will not butcher. She's running for Congress, and she takes her campaign donations, and she has her little field office set up, and it's got free Narcan and water and food. It's like a little food pantry, and like that's her whole campaign office. She spends all of her campaign funds on that. Does all of her advertising on social media. She's a really like wonderful person, and you can search her on YouTube and see her various interviews on like the FY Pod, on the Bulwark, and just all around. But it's just really cool. And it's a really cool idea. She unfortunately did have to pay for security because, some MAGA creeps started.
I'm sure they did.
Voting, of course. Can't have nice things. But yeah, I just thought that was a really cool idea, And there's actually a bunch of young kids running all over the place. Deja Fox in Arizona, and also I thought it was pretty cool today. There's a primary for New York City mayor coming up in a couple of weeks, and the real progressive candidate he's just great. He's doing all these videos walking around New York, doing his best to like speak in Spanish and like showing the bloopers and stuff, like just being real human and really highlighting the city, which is always getting trashed for being like this dump. And like seeing New York City being New York City and like actually seeing the subway and the people, it's like exciting, it looks good, it looks cool. And he actually did one where he said, you know what, stop sending money. Just stop sending me money. I'm going to tell you something no politicians are going to do. Like, stop sending me money. We don't need it right now. When we need it, we'll tell you. It said basically it's good. We're good. And he's trying to get Andrew Cuomo, who has a ton of money. Andrew Cuomo is, as you may remember, a Democratic sex pest, who was already in this position and then was ousted from it because, sex pest. Um, so yeah, he's running that primary. I think he's going to do really well. He came out of nowhere, super progressive candidate. Progressive candidates winning everywhere, and in a recent poll of Democratic voters, the progressive agenda was placed up against the abundance agenda, which we'll just summarize that as being a very centrist, almost right-leaning uh, Democratic movement, and the progressive left. And the populist progressive was like a 60-40 split among Democrats. So
Yeah,
it's exciting stuff.
that's what it has to be. But you need to start appealing to the centrists to get them to come to us.
That's the thing. They're in South Carolina. Oh man, I should have got some of Tim Walz' speech. So he's speaking to the South Carolina delegation or whatever, and he was talking about this stuff too. But like, he was talking about a real progressive agenda, and the centrists there are into it. And centrists are the ones who have promised AOC money to primary Schumer. So the center of the Democratic Party is prepared to. That I think they would rather make concessions to the left now. Finally, having seen the destruction of the right, like I think they would rather make concessions to the left suddenly than they would to the right. Like it's they're always buying into that Fox News narrative that the left is dangerous and communist or whatever. But then you have the fucking president of the United States price setting and uh, kidnapping people, and he's doing all those. Like it doesn't get any more dangerous than that. So I think centrists are realizing, kind of like what I've been saying, like you can take a few hard lefts and still end up in the center. You know.
Yep.
I agree.
Yeah. And you need big ideas. You gotta have big ideas. You gotta have universal health care. You gotta have real gun safety.
Yeah, Trump came with big ideas. That's what he did. They're bad ideas, but he came with
Terrible
big
ideas.
ideas.
Trump knows the problems, though. He's an extremely negative person, and he always like the reason that he has an appeal is because he pinpoints the problems, and then he ignores or exacerbates them. But he knows what the problems are. He's got a pulse on that. We got to start bringing our solutions to it. And don't worry, like Jake was saying, like just don't worry about it. Just be wrong.
Mm-hmm. Be wrong. I'm wrong all the time.
Yeah, it's fine.
Won't hear me apologize for it though.
Yeah.
Unless I'm in a cemetery.
I was gonna say,
Hey.
go to this house. You could take a good walk to that cemetery. I feel like we should just like all film apology videos in a cemetery, and then like anytime on the show that we're wrong, we'll play our apology videos. Like, I'm sorry that you're a moron or whatever. Whatever.
I'm sorry I wanted the entire auditorium to die. I apologize.
Yeah.
And I apologize for telling your kids that Santa's not real.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Yeah, I apologize that disabled veterans will continue to sleep on the street and also not receive health care.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry your kids are hungry.
You have to do that one at a restaurant, though. You gotta set the scene. Like if you're at a full buffet.
Oh my God! You remember the campaign thing that when Trump had all that food rotting in the sun outside of Mar-a-Lago? He was talking about how expensive groceries were.
He doesn't know what groceries cost.
Listen, what could a banana cost, Michael? $10? Actually, yes. Yes, Lucille, it can. Yeah. No, but it's something like that. So that's crazy though, because like that's the precedent he sets. He stands in front of groceries rotting in the sun, chicken legs and fucking ground beef cooking in the hot Florida sun, talking about how people can't afford food. And people are like, that's the guy with the solution. He knows what it is, man. He knows what it is. He just threw out enough food to feed, the homeless in the Mar-a-Lago community, but that's the man with the plan. He's gonna fix everything. So maybe Joni's right. Go to the graveyard, tell him get Jesus. I remember Jesus like checking Medicaid cards. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not insured. Get up and walk. Oh wait, you're not insured. Sit the fuck back down.
Do you think Joseph's workshop had DEI?
No, there was clearly no. They were not hiring anybody.
Sorry.
All right. Anything else you guys want to cover tonight?
No,
No.
because I'll start ranting. But there's something I might switch it up Tuesday. Work.
Oh yeah. Oh well, that's what they call a tease in the business.
Yeah.
That's a tease.
Tune in.
Yeah, tune in next week. Well, actually, tune in. But whatever. You know what I mean. Anyhow, it's a good show. Good Sunday. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you all for listening. Please continue to like and subscribe. Follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Threads. Also, kind of on Blue Sky, but yeah, not really. Shipping out the T-shirts you all bought tomorrow. So thank you all for supporting us. And yeah, you can also get a T-shirt. They're available at derealizationnation.com. That's derealizationnation.com. Check it out. And thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Till next time, I'm John.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
Old girl was in a cemetery.
Love her.